Hi everyone and welcome to Homerino Collectibles, where today we're going to be taking a look at the Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch Guavian Enforcer. So this character comes from Star Wars Episode 7 The Force Awakens, and there's a tiny little bio right there if you want to go ahead and read that. Basically they are security soldiers. They are basically criminals that are after Han and Chewie in the film when we see them for the first time, and there's a nice decent sized battle scene with them. So unlike Constable Zuvio that I last reviewed, this guy is actually in the film, and for a decent amount too. So let's go ahead and open this guy up and see if this thing is worth getting for a character that's not exactly one of the A-listers from the movie. And here is the Guavian Enforcer out of the packaging, and I have to say it does feel like a pretty decent figure. So first of all, he stands 6¼ inches tall. So here he is next to my last Black Series figure that I reviewed, Constable Zuvio, and then also something that more of you might have. It's Captain Phasma. And just a quick mention, Captain Phasma is one of the prizes in my giveaway that I'm doing right now. So the link for that will be on the screen right now and in the description below. And you'll also find the reviews to both Captain Phasma and Constable Zuvio in the description below too. So onto the figure, and let's take a look at those accessories. So two weapons. This hand right here does not have a trigger finger, whereas this one does, and to be honest it would help if both of them were trigger fingers, because in this hand it does actually, the trigger finger does actually work well with both of the triggers. So it would be nice if it had it on the other one as well. This one is quite warped. It's got a bend right there and then a bend going that way, so it's a bit like an S. But it doesn't matter too much when he's holding it, you can't see it that much. So yeah, we do have two different guns in the package. It's not really all that easy to tell as to whether they are, different or the same, but they are different. They're molded in a dark grey plastic, and then they have a silver dry brush over it. I do wish a little bit more coverage was put on there in some places, just that it looked a bit more uniform, but it does look quite nice, and we are getting a bit more paint detail in these movie figures, so that's very nice. And then onto the figure itself, we do have a little bit of silver detail right there on the helmet, which, to be honest, just screams at me as some kind of, I don't know, like a bionic Red Hood or something like that. All I think about when I look at this figure is Red Hood, to be honest. But yeah, so we get a lot of detail in terms of a black wash right here in the main costume. And we do get a couple of different types of plastic right here, like this entire waist section right here, all these belts and straps and stuff. It is essentially a floating piece that comes all around here, and that's a softer plastic. We also have this red wire right here, which when you move the knee does kind of constrict the articulation to the top joint a little bit, just because I don't want to put it too far and go ahead and snap that right there. But that is also a different type of plastic, and then this is a bit more rubbery up here as well. But overall, there's lots and lots of textured sculpt and whatnot in here. It does honestly look really, really fantastic, especially the very small detailing right there, as if it's kind of like a breathable kind of material on the boots. Looks very, very nice indeed. I really, really do like the look of this guy. As for the articulation, the head is very good. Looks all the way up, all the way down. You get a little bit of pivot side to side, and obviously you get your left and right. Shoulders come all the way out to the side and all the way around. They have to come out a little bit due to this shoulder piece, but it's not too bad. And then we also have a rotation and single joint at the elbow, which doesn't move quite 90, but just about. And then we have again, rotation and a hinge right there in the hand. It would have been nice if that little piece inside there was the same color as the hand and the wrist instead of being a gray, but it doesn't really matter too much. We actually have a diaphragm joint here, which mostly serves as just a left and right. It doesn't really crunch at all, and that is kind of covered by this floating piece right here, so you don't actually see that cut right there. So I think that's actually very well designed. So then down to the legs, they move pretty good out to the side. That's about as much as you would want them to move, but they don't move all that far forward and back. It's not that fantastic. The thigh rotation is pretty tight on both of the legs on my figure, but it is there. Double jointed knees. Like I said, you can probably not move this one as much just because of this piece right here for whatever that is, a supercharged knee pad. I don't really know what the hell that's for. And then we have a really good ankle pivot, and also kind of loose ankle joints right here in terms of going up and down, but he does stand perfectly fine. He's not heavy enough to topple over on those looser joints. So I have to say, although the character, it is actually in the film, unlike Constable Zuvio, even if Zuvio does appear somewhere in the background of a shot, it's not really a character that you notice at all. this one is. So, you know, if you actually see the film, you might actually like this character. There's a few of these guys in the film. Comes with a couple of pretty nice guns that are detailed quite nicely. And overall, the look of the figure, I think it does look absolutely fantastic. And they've done an absolutely great job with it. Yes, it may not be an A-list character, but hey, you know, what's a Star Wars figure line without all of these crazy, wacky things that you see for a few seconds on the screen? For the majority of people, it's a very, very easy miss. So it's up to you whether or not you need this guy in your collection. But that's it from me, so thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to check out more pictures of anything else from my collection, go ahead and check out my Instagram. It's Homerino123, and the link is in the description below, where you will find a link also to that competition that I mentioned earlier. And for more Star Wars The Black Series reviews, go ahead and subscribe. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.